this is just a little bit of an add-on. I feel like I should be doing like extended readings because I always have something that comes up later that like I'm like, oh my god, like why didn't I say this? I saw lust quite a few times, right? And you know I had those I know I kind of spoke on feeling worried about repeating past cycles, like especially if you had a relationship in the past where you kind of knew that it wasn't aligned, but you did it anyway and pursued it anyway. So you're scared of like repeating that, just pursuing it, like scared that it isn't actually a deeper connection, scared that it's just strictly lustful, even though you are feeling lust. You're worried about, because it feels so similar and yet so different to connections that you've had in the past, kind of worrying about, you know, repeating those cycles. Like, am I just doing this because I'm attracted to them? Am I like, is it just like a lust situation? Is it just something that like didn't really mean anything or doesn't really mean anything? And Spirit here is saying, you know your situation better than anyone and use your discernment. As far as I was getting in the reading, it doesn't feel insignificant. It does feel like you feel like the situation isn't quite finished. Again, you'll have to use your own discernment on whether this, like it only being lustful or whatever applies to you. Again, like, you know your lessons better than anybody. Like, you've been through it and you know everything that you need to know to move forward with this connection or to move forward without this connection. And it's just kind of giving, like, you may be confused as like, was it just lust? Like, was that all it was? And it doesn't seem like it is. It seems like you guys were mirroring each other pretty heavily, are currently mirroring each other pretty heavy. Neither of you, again, like really wanting to reach out at this time, feeling scared, feeling lonely, feeling invisible, insignificant, feeling lost, feeling like you lost somebody. I'm looking at my shadow on the side. Paying a little bit too much attention to your shadow instead of who you are. Now you're looking at yourself and judging yourself, because I was looking at my shadow. I'm like, man, that like looks, I don't like the way that looks. But judging your shadow instead of integrating your shadow. Integration. Don't judge it. Integrate it. You already have the lessons from your shadow. You have the wounds, you have the lessons, you have all the information that you need right there in the shadow. However, like, instead of integrating it and like having yourself, like, again, integrating it to align yourself to what it is that you're searching for or wanting, you're judging yourself for the way you acted in the past, your shadow self, and that's actually keeping you stuck, because you're feeling as though you are separate from those shadow aspects when you're one and the same. Like, so staying heavy judging on your shadow, heavy judging yourself based on your past actions, because you're like, oh my gosh, like, I might do this again. Like, what if I hurt somebody again? What if I do this thing again? And instead of like allowing yourself to like be in the moment and like enjoy the connection that you both want, both of you, because this is for both of you. And instead of enjoying the connection that you're both wanting and both looking for, you're both kind of judging yourselves for like how you acted in past situations. Not necessarily as much maybe the situation that you guys had together, but before that. It feels like this happened before all of that. It's for stuff that happened before all of that happened between you guys. And like, I'm feeling like whatever actually happened between you guys wasn't that dramatic. It wasn't actually that bad. It just kind of ended. It just kind of it was kind of like over before it started, because you guys were so heavy judging your own selves and your own shadow aspects instead of integrating them. So right now you're kind of in this season of integration and embodiment to kind of align yourself with the version of self, align yourself to yourself, right? And this might take some time. But I feel like when things do align, anyway, let me not say too much. Let me not dig into that too much, because I feel like that could potentially have you in your mind about it. However, both of you are, just keep in mind that both of you are working on integrating your shadows and working on that type of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what I have for you. That's kind of everything. I don't really know what else to say, and I don't ever really know how to end these things. But yeah, that's kind of all I have. That's kind of what I'm working with, which you're working with, what I'm working at, what we're working with, what the collective is working with. But yeah, thank you. Bye.